Hey guys, Gemma from ASD Rocks. It is still stupid o'clock in the morning and I've already been on the phone to Beau's school, which actually was amazing. So Finn is homesick. He should have stayed homesick. Apparently COVID is going around the schools rife at the moment, and a girlfriend of mine actually who teaches at Wesley College is homesick with COVID at the moment because, I don't know, either parents just aren't testing or they're not keeping their kids home when they're sick. This is how it gets out of control, and you know, it just worries me. Finn's had a COVID test and has come up negative so far, but it's only day one, and he sounds so ill. He sounds really bad, so he's in bed. So you know what it feels like when you're lying in bed and you're sort of like just adjusting to having woken up, and you know everything that means. And then the phone rings and you look and it says the name of your kid's school and you just lose your bowels. You think, like, the things that go through your head when you have a kid with autism, you don't know. Like, you know, if you've got a typical kid and you get a phone call from the school, then, you know, it's only going to be a number of things. You know your kid pretty well, you know what sort of personality they are. Is it going to be, you know, this or that? But when you've got a kid who is on the spectrum, you never know what it's going to be. And it's only like, it was like 8:30 in the morning. So it turns out Bo has year 11 exams coming up next week, and we have things called SACs and GATs. Now, I know that a GAT stands for General Assessment Task, and I think a SAC is like a student or like a school assessment. I don't know. They're all exams. One's for the school, one's for the state. And then he's got year 11 exams coming up next week. And I have been having already, like, you know, meetings with the school about how we're going to handle this. And, you know, I'm getting all this different information from different places. And it's so hard. It's so hard because, you know, you deal with, like, forgetting people who have actually done it, right? Because it's not actually overly helpful when people sort of say, oh, you know, in university we get this, that, and the other, because he's not. And so I had a meeting with the school about, you know, getting him special circumstances for his exams. Luckily, they're year 11 exams, so, you know, we've got a little bit of time to play, and we started this process ages ago. If you're an avid ASD Rocks follower, you will remember how long ago we started this process. So then, you know, you talk to people. You know, I've had letters of recommendation from the Department of Education. Like, you would think they would be the ones that would know, but apparently they're not the ones that know. And then you speak to the school and they know, because they do this every year, every day for every special needs student. But Bo came home on Friday from school. I think you remember he had one of his sacks, and he wasn't given extra time, so he had to make that up. But I've been writing to the school saying, listen, this is what we've been applying for is to have a laptop in the class or in the exam, because his dysgraphia is it's so hard for him to actually draw and write. So with subjects like physics or biology or chemistry or any other ones that actually require drawing, most kids put draw a cell, and they'll draw a circle in the middle. You've got your nucleus, and then they'll draw all the little dendrites on the outside, and it's like done. But Beau, whatever picture he has in his head of the cell that he saw from the book, he's trying to replicate that like Monet. So we're applying for extra time, and we're applying for extra for the laptop so that he can type. But in the subjects where he has to draw, he can't use the laptop. So it turns out, it's bizarre, because the letter of recommendation I got from the Department of Education is that he should get like an extra hour if he needs it, right? What we need to do is we need to give him as much time as he needs, so that by the time he gets to year 12 exams, we know exactly what he needs, because he's never finishing his exams. He's just not managing to finish getting through it ever. So then I'm on the phone this morning. I love this woman. She's so great. She communicates. She's friendly. She's got a good manner about her. She clearly knows what she's talking about. She's been doing it for a while. Sometimes you get people that, you just, I don't know why they're put in those positions. And then other times you just get people who are made to be in a school, and she's just one of those people. So, sorry, there's a woman in front of me, and she's turning around to look at the back seat like every 5 seconds. There's a toddler in the back. Must be, I reckon, probably 2. Fair amount of hair on that kid. So I anywhere between, yes, but somewhere around 2. And she is talking and laughing and doing whatever with that kid. And I'm thinking, my God, our car rides were nightmarish. I'll get onto that another time. That's a whole other vlog. But kind of hurts when you see that sometimes, because we just never had that. Anyway, back to topic. So it turns out that he's not getting any extra reading time, because you have to apply for that. And what was more important